Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Well, as we approach Christmas Eve, just a few hours to go for a half-day trading. Of course, I will be with you, as I'm always with you on every trading day, live with you in the morning. Are we expecting a Santa rally, and are we expecting Bitcoin to rally to 100,000? Of course, if it does, it will bring all the other coins up with it, and we could see XRP perhaps going to $2.50 or $3 up to that sort of region again. As you can see, the S&P has been rallying crazy today. What about XRP? It's flat at the moment. Bitcoin isn't doing much either. However, those that believe in the secrets of the dark pools are suggesting that we're about to get it explode. Tom Lee has come back out, I believe, actually to save face, because he's taking lots of online criticism now that everything he has said has been absolute nonsense. He's a salesman. I've taken criticism today for calling him out as a salesman. He is very smart, way smarter than me. Very clever guy, knows his stuff, brilliant. However, in this world, no matter how we try to avoid it, selfishness, greed, power struggles, everybody trying for the top, everyone jostling for position. It's how this market works. It's how the world works. I hate it. I'm here just to provide a live show and talk to people and share my thoughts and community with people. I'm not driven by power or money or any of it. We've grown this channel on the basis of just being live and real and supportive. It doesn't get me excited when my portfolio is up. In fact, what gets me excited is when people tune in and engage and listen and have conversations and phone-ins. That's what it's all about. But right now, I'm going to bring you some news and share with you some stories today that are shaping the world, shaping the stock market. And are we going to get a Santa rally? The market is being incredibly manipulated. However, I make no apology. I focus on value. I focus on doing what's right for my viewers, whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong. I've been right more often than not, of course, but if I'm right, I'm right. I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Very often you can be right, but the world disagrees with you. We all remember that Betamax was the best video recorder in the world, but we favoured the VHS, which was cheaper and quicker and faster and newer and sexier. But it was rubbish. The best video recorder by miles was Betamax, but nobody wanted it. Do you choose to be a Betamax when nobody wants you, but you know you're the best? Does it matter? Well, all these things we're going to think about right now. So where am I in the market? I take a huge responsibility, self-imposed. It's not there really, but it's there for myself, imposed to bring you the best information, to be honest, to be real, to do what I think is right, focusing on numbers, not listening to the noise, paying no attention to those who are trying to promote things. Just deliver the information. So as you can see, my portfolio is going sideways today. It's actually improved. It might not look like it has, but it has. I decided a few days ago to get out of the market because now we are approaching just over 30 times earnings on the S&P 500, and we're rallying. For what reason today? Have we got some new news? Have we got earnings news? No. In fact, what we learned today, that the economy is strong. Is the economy the stock market? No, it's not. The economy is not the stock market. The economy numbers today showed us what I expected them to be, that we've got growth. However, growth brings inflation. Always. Growth means we've got money to spend, and if we're all running out spending it, they can charge more. Supply and demand. That's the way it goes. When no one's spending and the economy's cooling, interest rates come down, inflation comes down. Now, growth brings inflation. Now, you might say, and some could argue, this 2% target It's too far away anyway. With AI now, we could increase that to 3 or 4%. We can live on higher inflation. We can't, but some suggest we can. So growth is going to bring accelerated inflation and rates going up again, or at least not any more pull back. Now, does that matter? Well, it depends what you're invested in. If you're invested in the S&P 500, remember 30% of it is driven by the top Mag 7. None of those stocks, maybe Tesla, different. But I don't think is Tesla in the Mag 7 now. I'm not sure it is actually. I think it's fallen out. Maybe it still is. Anyway, they don't really care about interest rates. If you think about it, all their money, most of their money is made for enterprise spending. That means with each other. They're spending with each other. And they have piles of cash. When interest rates go up or they're high, they earn good money on them on their uninvested cash. And there's no competition for those businesses at the top. However, smaller new companies, innovative companies, Russells, they will suffer. They want rates to come down so they can borrow money so they can build their businesses. Doesn't harm those at the top. And we know this because as rates went up earlier on in the last few years, the market was rallying. The market has been rallying now for only 3 years. We've been in a bull market for 3 years. We are set for one almighty pullback and crash. No one wants to hear it. No one cares about it. Let's just keep buying. Remember, the businesses are not growing at the pace that we're buying them. The market goes up. Market makers do deals with people that want to buy and want to sell. That's it. No more, no less. It's not about value. Remember, and I say this a lot, price is what you pay, value is what you get. So you might pay any price, like 1,000 times earnings on Palantir. It will end badly for Palantirian investors. It can't not, because at some point, the numbers will catch up. So we are in a position at the moment where we had GDP come in with great growth. The economy is strong, which means the Fed don't need to cut rates, and yet we're rallying. Remember, the economy is not the stock market. So where should you put your money? Well, I've always said you only ever need the S&P 500. If I'd remained in the S&P 500 and never sold and just kept buying with every pay packet I get once a month, I actually wouldn't be more up than I am today. I wouldn't, because I trimmed and bought the V-shaped recovery. I wouldn't be up more than I am today by doing absolutely nothing. However, if you are not a convicted, if you don't buy with conviction like I do, and you just kept buying every week, you'd be up now. Not as up as much as me by buying those bottoms with the V-shapes and everything else I've spoken about, but you'd be up and you wouldn't be paying any tax, and that'd be great. However, what if it suddenly drops 40%, which I believe is extremely likely, especially in February when Japan raised the rates again. So what do? Well, if I just stayed in, I don't think I would be doing my viewers a good service, because I would be just saying, just buy and stay in. And that, for people that don't watch the show and don't care about the stock market, is a pretty good idea, actually, to be fair. It's not a bad idea. However, if you are watching this, you are probably reading the newsletter, you're probably watching the news, you care about the stock market, you care about businesses, you're interested in it. So you can do a lot better by pivoting, trimming, repositioning, and so on and so forth. Nothing wrong with that. So I don't think I would do my audience a service by just saying stay in and do nothing. However, just because I do one thing, that doesn't mean that the market's going to agree with me. And for a while it won't, but eventually it will. Because eventually numbers make sense. Once again, they have to. Stupid things happen all the time, but ultimately they make sense eventually. So what do? Well, I sold my S&P and I put my money in SGov, because that gives me a 4% guarantee for a year. 100% guaranteed. Short-term, not long-term treasuries, short-term treasuries. SGov. I can get in and out. This is what Warren Buffett uses. This is what's often called cash equivalents. So that's what I have done. I am out of the market and I'm in SGov. However, this is cash equivalents. You don't just leave it there. Is 4% enough? Well, 4% is enough if everything just keeps rocketing up. Yeah, absolutely. If you're waiting for a crash, it is. Yeah. I had 250,000 in SGov. I've now got 143. I'm making guaranteed real money, partly tax-free being in Texas. That's another whole story for another day. But what I've started to do is I've started to sell with a limit order, wait several hours. So I do it with margin first, and then the SGov sells and then pays off the margin. I've been buying Coca-Cola. Now, why Coca-Cola? I'll come on to crypto in a moment. All right. I've been buying it because I know the business. I don't have to know hundreds of businesses. I have to know the best index, VU. I have to know a defensive play to protect my money in a downturn, Coca-Cola. I have to know which crypto I want to buy when it's right to buy, Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum. And that's it. I've got growth. I've got dividends. I've got defensive. I've got risk on aggressive. And I've got all out pumping from crypto. I've got all of it. I don't need to know 100 things about 100 things. I can't possibly keep my eye on everything. So I bought Coca-Cola because I recognized oversold. I don't mean it's oversold as in it's cheap. It's never cheap. It's a quality product. It's a quality business. But I know it's going to $80. I know everything about the business too much as I can do with the Costa deal, the COO replacing the CEO, all of this stuff, the World Cup, everywhere now around Dallas on the way to the doctors this morning. Thank you for supporting the show, by the way. Everybody, you're seeing Coca-Cola signs everywhere, Coca-Cola vans everywhere. You'll see a good earnings from the next quarter from Coca-Cola. So I know where the business is going. So I want to own it. However, I can't just buy it all today because I get too much of it and then it goes lower and I could buy more. So I use lots. I buy it. When it goes up, I trim it. I sell the top lots. I buy it when it goes lower. I lower my average. Today, I managed to lower my average just by 1 cent, but it's a lot on 100 grand. 69.87. My average is now 69.86 because I bought some more from the bottom. I sold from the top. My average came down. I had 130,000 this morning. I bought when it dipped and when it popped up, I trimmed. I'm back to 97, but I've lowered my average. Now, why do I care about lowering my average? Not for the reason you're thinking. Most people say dollar cost average, regardless of not knowing how that relates to value. I'm lowering my average as a consequence, not as an aim. The reason for doing that is the lower my average, the more profit I'm going to get. Also, the less risk my portfolio is when I use margin. Because when we crash, and we will, I will use my margin. I will put $1 million on the market when we crash, and we will. So to do that, I need to protect my portfolio and build it from the bottom. You can borrow more money when you have lower averages, more profit baked in. If your averages are high and your profit is low or under profit, you're out of the money. Very difficult for your margin position to be very effective. So even though I want to own more Coca-Cola, I do want to trim when it pops up using specific lots to buy back cheaper. And that's what I've been doing. So I've been selling some SGov to buy back Coca-Cola. What I'm watching, S&P 500, which is my favorite asset to own, I could just live in there all day long, go up without me. However, I'm not retiring today. I'm not selling today. That is merely a voting machine. I am focused on the weighing machine. The voting machine says today, everyone's buying American businesses. Well, America is falling behind Europe as we speak. The economy, there are many parts of the economy that are slowing. We're spending more, but things aren't all as clear in the garden as you might think. So I don't want to pay 30 times earnings for the S&P 500. I want to wait, as Warren Buffett has been waiting now for months. He's much more out than I am. Now, he's still invested 50%, like me, 50%, I'm in Coca-Cola. As he is invested in Coca-Cola. Now, I'm not following Warren Buffett. I think he follows me. I actually heard he watched my channel. I'm joking. The trolls will pick me up on that. So that's my Coca-Cola position. That's my S&P position. What about crypto? I like crypto. I don't like half the people that are in crypto. Liars, schemers, the people. I'm on about the people on social media. There's nothing wrong with Brad Garlinghouse. There's actually nothing wrong with Michael Saylor either. I think his model is a bit warped, but I don't think he's out to deceive anybody. But people online certainly are. Everyone's self-interest, because you can't sell and hype up the S&P or Coca-Cola. No one cares less. But you certainly can hype up crypto. So for that reason, I don't. The space is always soiled to me. But nevertheless, I'm not here for online social influencers. I'm here to provide information to my viewers and hopefully make some money as well. But more importantly, to help my viewers is number one. Making money is kind of secondary, really. So Ethereum, we know it's going to be used on the network. I know that because I've spoken to the people that work at the network being built down in Dallas. Bitcoin, well, Bitcoin is Bitcoin. It's 21 million Mona Lisas. That's it. No more, no less. You can't use it. You can't send it. People go, yes, you can. I've tried. It's very expensive. It's slow. It's pointless. I can send money when I pay Sensei and Vaz their wages instantly in 1 second, much more efficient, cheaper. There's no place for Bitcoin other than digital capital. Rare scarcity. Well, I'm going to produce a coin better than Bitcoin with a market cap, with a fixed supply. I'm going to burn all my supply and I'm going to build it on the value of the show. As the show grows, the coin grows, and I'm going to provide that to my members. Value, what crypto was designed for. I'm going to produce that. I'm going to have a better version of Bitcoin. So I'm not that much of a fan, but I understand if everyone believes in something, it becomes true. It doesn't become true, but it becomes your reality. Reality and truth is not the same. If everyone buys something because they all think it's worth something, it goes up in price. Still doesn't make it reality of any value. What about XRP? XRP, well, I like XRP for its utility. However, I know, because I speak to Bank of America, I know, because I speak to Robinhood and other CEOs, that others are working to build their own version of XRP. It already exists. XRP is in favor of some and out of favor of others. There's nothing proprietary about it. There's nothing unique about it. It doesn't have a patent or a patent on it that no one else can do it. Of course they can. You can look at the white paper, if you like, of XRP and go, well, I'll just produce exactly the same. It's got a name. It's a brand. No difference, thereby Coca-Cola. If the world come to an end, whoever owned the rights to Coca-Cola would come back because we all know the name. XRP is a name. Is the technology amazing? Well, it's great, but anyone else could make the same. I could copy it and do the same thing. So these are all good assets, but they're all speculative. They can all be replaced. They're not proprietary. They're not unique. They're not one-offs. We could come up with another Bitcoin. Bitcoin Pro. There you go. Bitcoin Max. Make up a name. Doesn't matter. Build the same philosophy. And here we go again. So if you are buying Bitcoin, and I would like to own 3 Bitcoin and $100,000 of XRP, as when the time is right, just remember what it is. It's a part of your portfolio. Some would disagree. Some would say it needs to be your whole portfolio. If you only own that, that's all you need. Well, it might make you rich, but ask yourself, what do you need and what's the aim? If you're risking everything, because you are risking it, because no matter how good you think it is, if it doesn't produce anything, it relies on everyone buying it from you to survive and exist. I don't need anyone to buy Coca-Cola, do I? I need you to buy cans of Coke, but I don't need you to buy the asset. And there's the difference. So if you are all in, if you are a maxi on XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any crypto, your whole job is to influence everyone to buy it from you. Because if they try to buy it from you and you don't sell, the market makers step in, create a market, and the price goes up. That's how it works. So your whole job and purpose is to exist to make the price go up. So people do it. They join fan clubs. They go on social media and tell everybody how amazing it is. They take money from crypto influencers and project managers. I know, I get offered it all the time. I've had 30, 40, 50 grand offers. I turn them all down. I could take the money tomorrow and start promoting crypto projects. I don't choose to do so because it's not the right thing. Would I get more viewers? Yeah. Would more people like it? Yeah. But I said on season 5, this season would be what you need to know, not what you want to know. There is a difference. I have made the conscious decision to keep in these shows 100% about you and the people and being live. More and more now, we're seeing AI content come in to live broadcasts. I don't want any of it on my channel. Zero. None. Because there are already channels that provide either audio AI or they provide the characters in AI. So you're watching the news and the person is an AI robot. I don't want it. I know it can sell. I know some people like it. I know people in their teens and their 20s and early 30s. That's what they'll be used to in the future when an old dinosaur like me has faded away. Probably. But I hope and believe that people will want to engage with another person. And the moment we don't do that, life becomes a spectator sport. And I choose to live. And everybody dies, but very few actually live. So right now we are overbuying into AI. Everyone is buying now overpriced. No question about it. Is there an AI bubble? I don't believe there's an AI bubble, no. Because I've shown before how it can generate income with ad revenue, and we are now seeing that. I predicted that would happen before it happened. If you followed the show, I told you it was coming before ChatGPT introduced it. Now ChatGPT says you can buy this and buy that. Have you seen that? I've been saying for a year, no, not a year, maybe 6 months actually, that was going to happen, and now it does. I also said the future of EVs would be cars would drive over platforms, remove the batteries and replace them. It's not about charging. That's now happening. I predicted that too. So AI is the future, unquestionably, but you choose how to interact with it. And I built this channel over 4 years to be a live, real human experience when we need it now more than ever. So the market is overbuying again. It's getting carried away. People are stepping away from value. They're stepping away from Coca-Cola, and I'm about to buy some more. Here we go. Here we go. And they're going, I don't want this. They use Coca-Cola as a piggy bank. And I'm about to buy some more. 69.86. There we go. That's right on the button now. That's my app. Here we go. Buy, trade, buy, limit order, number of shares, 69, 80. I don't mind paying the average price now. I'm okay with that because I sold higher up. But I'm going to cheat and I'm going to go 85. 69.85. I'm going to try and buy it 1 cent under. And I'm going to buy this time 400 shares. I remember I keep telling you, I keep increasing it and doubling it all the time. Okay, here we go. 400, 69.85. This is below now my average. Not much, but I'm happy with it because I sold at the top. I've got all of it. So my average might actually come down actually by the amount that I'm buying. Right, 69.85. Continue. 24-hour market. Let me see. Let me see if we get this. Take a few moments. I'm not going to pay a penny more because I've got enough, but I'd like to get more at this price. So people are stepping away from value, but they'll come back. They come back because when the balance sheet comes in and the numbers come in and the orders come in and the profits from Christmas and when the profits come in from the World Cup, they'll want to buy that because it'll be too cheap. And right now it's going to $80. Well, eventually it'll go to $90. Why? Are we all going to drink more Coca-Cola? No, of course not. So why would it go to $90? Because inflation, prices will go up. So the stock price will go up. They might not be making any more money, but the price will go up. Why don't you buy something else with higher growth? Because this is undervalued. This has room to grow for a reason of fundamentals, not of hopery. So we'll keep our eye on it. We'll see if it goes through. $30,000, easy come, easy go, eh? Some people would say. But anyway, we watch it and see what happens, see if I can bring my average down. So my average, just remind yourself, folks, my average on Coca-Cola right now is 69.86. Let's see if it comes down, even if I buy it for 69.86. I think I set it for 69.85. But more at this level will mean it will come down because there's some a lot higher. So we'll see what happens anyway. And that'll take me to 130,000. So coming back to our story of crypto, are we about to get a Santa rally on Bitcoin? The question is, are we going to get Bitcoin hit 100,000 by the end of the year? Now, one of the biggest bulls in crypto, of course, other than Michael Saylor, is Tom Lee. Tom Lee has now a cult following on CNBC and other YouTube channels. Funstrat. He has a cult-like following. However, I like the guy. He's very entertaining, very knowledgeable. However, he's now wrong a lot more than he's right. No one cares. He's championing the things that the gamblers and those that are in the cult want. You don't have this sort of thing for any other, for stocks in the S&P 500. There's no need for it. But you do have it in crypto. He goes on CNBC, gets paid thousands of dollars for every performance. Not that he needs it, of course, but he does. And he has a Granny Shots, his ETF on his lapel, and the Ethereum icon, his logo on his lapel. So he's promoting it all the time. And he makes statements. And I got criticized this morning by a viewer on X who told me, he criticizes me every day. And I want to share this with you because this is important. Because if you understand this kind of thing, you understand this, how everything is heavily manipulated. I'm going to show you something now. I wonder if I can find it. Just bear with me a second. It was from this morning. It's someone heavily into crypto. Here we go. This guy here. Right, this guy here. I'm going to make him famous now. He's going to love this. He's called Tommy Tinkler. It's probably not his real name. This guy here, every single day, he likes to think he's right all the time. He's a bit like me, right? That's fair enough. But every day he criticizes me. It's never supportive. It's never helpful. It's never good, healthy conversation. It's not useful. It's always an attack to cleverly always put me down on social media. Unlike other social media platforms, I don't ban anybody until they get abusive. You can call me an idiot. I can live with that. But if you get abusive, threatening, violence, swearing, I ban you for that straight away. But if you are saying I'm wrong, that's okay. However, doesn't go the other way around. Whenever I say someone's wrong on social media platforms or YouTube, they ban me instantly. I don't do that. I treat others as I wish them to be treated. That seems to be a virtue that doesn't exist anymore in this world. Anyway, so this guy, Tommy Tinkler, this is one of his nicest comments to me. They're normally really offensive, even though I let them go. Basically, everything I do is wrong and he's always right. And even though I've been winning on all my trades. Today, he said this, calling Tom Lee a salesman. He likes to always comment to what I say on the shows. While running tiered memberships. Let me be absolutely clear, first of all, folks. You can all watch for free. Every single show you can watch for free. You're in the chat now for free. I welcome you into my studio, into my world. You choose to be here and you watch for free. If you wish me to do things for you, I can't do it for everyone, so I filter by memberships. And we have the lowest price memberships on YouTube, $2.99 bronze member. And I've never increased the price and there's no inflation, ever. And I provide more and more services all the time. And I go live all the time. So yes, I have memberships because I have to live. I have to pay the bills. I have to survive. This is my job. So yes, I have memberships. Okay. So while running tiered memberships, rotating narratives intraday, trying to be clever, rotating narratives intraday. So what he's saying is I'm changing my opinions throughout the day. Yes, I do. When circumstances change, I am proactive. I'm ready to move, pivot at any point. I do not just buy and sell, buy and never change my mind. I don't just stay in the market to join a fan club. Absolutely. And live trading for content feels inconsistent. What's inconsistent? I don't know what he means by that. Market rewards process and outcomes over time, not constant prediction. Long-term discipline beats hourly calls. Well, I've proven that my strategy has made me more money by buying with conviction than just staying in and doing nothing. I've proven it over and over again. Now, this is one of the polite comments. This isn't one of the rude ones. This is one of the polite ones. Now then, every single day I wake up and I have this guy, Tommy Tinkler, say horrible things to me every single day. And I reply politely like I did today. I replied. But here's what's interesting about the mannerisms and the style of people online. And very much this is in the crypto space. You would think, as he's so interested in me, as he comments to me every single day, several times a day, you would think that this person is interested in me or the community or helping or contributing in any way that could be positive, other than being a pain in the arse, just making derogatory comments. You'd think. So you'd think he follows me. No, they don't. They never do. Look at this. I click on the person's name. Look, it doesn't say follow back, does it? He's not following me. He doesn't want to follow me, but he wants every day to drop and drip in poison. Okay. Interestingly enough, though, he has no followers because he provides no value, no content whatsoever. Now, I get a lot of this in the crypto space. Offer nothing out in the world of any use, provide no substance, but always drip, drip, drip poison. Now, I can show you really, really offensive, aggressive, threatening, violence, all kinds of stuff in the crypto space, which I'm not going to share on the screen. Never follow you. And in fact, they block you. So you can't even respond to them. This is the world we live in, folks. Now, this is where we are with crypto at the moment. There are those online telling you that we're about to hit $100,000 because it's all pent up in the dark pools. And one little trigger and boom. However, you need a spark. You need a trigger. What is the trigger? GDP. The economy is strong. Good. Does that mean Bitcoin should rally? No. What Bitcoin wants is liquidity. It wants cheap money. It wants interest rates to come down so people can borrow money. Now, this comes right back to what I just said a few moments ago. It relies on you buying it. Without you stumbling over yourself to borrow money, it doesn't go anywhere. It can't go anywhere. It sits there. What makes an asset go up is when people buy it. What makes an asset go down is when they sell it. However, the underlying business makes money, so the asset becomes cheap, too cheap, everybody piles in. There's no fundamental asset value to these things. So because of that, you need a spark. Well, what is the reason why it suddenly goes up? You need something. Interest rates are coming down. Now, everybody's saying that the new Fed chair is going to bring the rates down when he takes over from Powell. No, he isn't. And I'd like to thank Sensei for his good reporting on that this morning. It doesn't matter how flipping bullish or how much the new Fed chair wants the rates to come down, if he is told what to do by Trump. And we know what happened last time that happened when the president or prime minister tells the financial guy what to do. We saw it in England. We had Black Monday. Argentina, their economy collapsed. You can't, the Fed cannot be run by the president. Absolutely not. And let's not forget, right? You may love Trump, you may hate Trump, but he's gone bankrupt more than I've had hot dinners. Does it on purpose. Not personally, in business, I mean. Many, many times. So you need a spark. So I am focusing on balance sheets. I'm looking at the company's earnings. I'm looking at profits. I'm looking at PPI, CPI, inflation, GDP, global economies, what's happening in Europe, the price of the yen, the likelihood of a yen carry trade. And I have made the calculated decision to be responsible to my viewer to own Coca-Cola, because I know the business and it can make me money and it's responsible and it's the right thing to do. It's not sexy if you don't think making money is sexy. I actually think making solid, reliable money is sexy, actually. But is it going to rally up hundreds of percent? Well, of course not. Of course not. But when it goes up 10, 15%, I don't have to sell it. Whereas what happens tomorrow if we wake up and Bitcoin hits 100,000? Do you think no one's going to sell it? Of course they are. It's been living at 80,000, 88,000 for bloody weeks, months, whatever it's been. Of course they will. They'll certainly sell it if it goes to 200,000. It will drop like a rock. And you might go, well, that doesn't matter. I'll sell it at 200,000. No, you won't. You won't. No one ever does. Why? Because as it runs up to 200,000, you will start thinking, oh, should I take profit? Should I take profit? And you will. You won't sit there and wait to 200,000. Not a chance in hell you will. People will start selling it before you. It will start coming down. Then you'll feel like, oh no, I'm missing out. I should sell. You'll sell. And then when you've sold, you've then got to buy it back. You're going to buy it back for $200,000. Remember, it started at pennies years ago. Are you going to do that? Buy a whole Bitcoin for 200 grand? I bloody well ain't. So there we go. That's my thoughts as we go into the end of the year. If you are an analyst and you make predictions, stick with your prediction. Because if you just change your prediction every 5 minutes to suit the audience because your very reason for existence is to sell it, then you're just a salesman. And that's okay. Own it. You're a salesman. Be a salesman. When I make a prediction, I stand by it. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. Tom Lee has not said on TV he's wrong. He can't. He can't say he's wrong. You watch his next interview when they do it. He'll give you a reason why. It's always somebody else's fault. It's not his prediction's fault. It's somebody else's fault. And that's something I see a lot now in the world. Everybody blames everybody else. People blame me when the market goes up or down. It's my fault. I'm somehow in charge of it. I somehow manipulate it. Every single one of you. In fact, in the last few days, I've been increasingly concerned. Worryingly so. More and more people have seen my portfolio. I wonder if I'm going to get 69.85. I'll be thrilled to bits. I'll be thrilled to bits if I do. More and more people have seen my portfolio and said, I'm following you. I'm following you. You 111 trades now, 106 wins. I'm following you. Year to date, I've never seen a portfolio like it. Look at that. 43%. No options, no shorts, no margin. You bought the bottom. You always buy the bottom. You know how it works. You're great. I'm following you. I get emails, texts, messages. I'm sorry I don't reply to any of them. I can't. I only reply on live shows like this. And I'm increasingly worrying that people are following me and just doing whatever I do. Please do not do that. I worry that people keep doing that. I wish you wouldn't. Because a second, 2 seconds makes all the difference. You will buy a second before me, a second after me. You don't know what I know about Bitcoin or XRP. I talk to people. I share as much as I can, but I'm finding information out all the time. You don't have that information. I do share it, but you're reading about it an hour later or whatever it might be. You don't have the conviction like I do. Maybe you're younger than me and everybody's younger than me. Maybe you have a different outlook, a different goal. Your goal is very different than mine. A higher risk tolerance. You're at a position where you can take more risk. Maybe you want to own a Ferrari and you want a 1,000x portfolio. I don't. I've had the opportunity to drive in one several times. You saw me when I did my Michael Jackson years. When I was an official impersonator of Michael Jackson, I flew in helicopters. I had Ferrari F40, drove on stage. I've shown you the pictures live on the show. I don't want to own a Ferrari. In fact, I don't even own a car. Don't need a car. So I own my house. I've got no debt. I've got no car loan. I've got $288,000. I can retire tomorrow because I can make 28 grand a year just on that, earning 10%. And I can live in England in my little house with my free bus pass, free healthcare. That's it. I don't need or have any desire. You might want to. But I've often said to people, why do people take risks for things they don't even know they want or certainly don't need? That is madness. If you want something or need something, a level of risk is called risk management. But know what it is you want, know what the goal is, work towards it. So don't follow me. I'm increasingly worried by the number of people that follow me. I love the friendship, the support, the Lucas Aid army. It's fantastic. But let's not be the XRP or the Shiba Inu army, blind soldiers running over cliffs together. I will never, ever ask you to send me money. And I also want to be clear on this point about memberships and what we're trying to achieve here. I make no money. I can't survive off just going live. I only survive on super chats and memberships. And I think you all agree, I provide a valuable service. We've grown faster than Mr. Beast to 100,000 subscribers. He's the biggest channel in the world. We got there faster than Mr. Beast, and we have a higher engagement. We have more members and all these things. All right. So I believe I provide a valuable service, and I have different levels of memberships. And if you pay close attention, not like Tommy Tinkler, who just wants to drop poison into me every day, but if you actually listen and watch, and if you ask the oldest members that have been here for the longest time, like Mike, been here for 4 years. Mike, I think tomorrow or the next day, your badge will turn 4 years because mine turned 4 years yesterday. Mike will tell you that his membership for 4 years, tomorrow or the next day, has never gone up in price. In fact, every year it's got cheaper because inflation. And even though we've added new memberships at higher prices, he hasn't lost out on anything from the bronze membership. In fact, he's got more. When I now say twice a week I go to Electrum members, which I do, I now go live to bronze members first. So bronze members get more than they did before we added Electrum special events. Everyone always does. When I put together my memberships and my perks and my benefits, I make certain that everybody who is here first and everybody who's on the lowest levels still gets everything they were promised and more. That is my promise. And if I've messed that up and made a mistake, I just bought Coca-Cola. There you go. There you go. Now I've got, so what was my average? 69.86. My average has come down. My average has come down again. 69.85. There you go. My average has come down again. Right. Now I've got $125,000 in Coca-Cola. Fan-flipping-tastic. So when we go to 70, I will trim back again. So all my members will tell you they all have more. If they don't, it's because they don't understand it, they've not listened to this broadcast, and they need to ask me. I can't help it if you didn't hear what I said or you missed out. But I can tell you that I've made it my life's mission to grow the most honest, real channel in the world. We are not going to be doing AI. I use AI to help me design my thumbnails. But it's a real photograph of me with an image behind. It helps me, but I use Photoshop, I design it myself. I use AI as a tool. There's no AI broadcast, there's no AI audio. I am sitting here talking to you, being real. And that's how it's always going to be. So we're about to ring the bell, and on the bell, just after the bell, I want to answer everybody's question. So we're going to go to members only, because I'm sure lots of people have a question. I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas. So what we're going to do is, there we go. I just got some more Coca-Cola. Fantastic. So what's my margin? My margin now is 27,000. Can you see it? So I've got to sell 28,000 worth of SGov. 28,000. So I go into SGov and I set 130. Here we go. Trade.
I can't
sell.
believe this.
Advised.28 has become a member. Thanks for being a role model today. Awareness, thumbs up emoji.
Thank you, Vaz. I appreciate that, mate. Sell limit order. Yeah, 130. $100.30. 30,000. Did I say 30,000? Was it 30,000? Let me just double check. I've got to pay off. I
can't believe this.
No, 28,000.
Mike166A has become a member. Merry Christmas, everyone. God bless us, everyone.
Oh, wow. Look at all this. Thank you. So there you go. 280 shares, $130, $100.30, $28,000. So I'm going to get a higher price. I'm going to get the top of it is today to pay off the margin. So that clears that, right? So continue. And I'll get it 100%. Guaranteed. This is what T-bills do. Time in force. 24-hour market. Right, here we go. That'll go through and that'll clear the margin, right? That'll clear the margin. Any moment now that'll go through. And Coca-Cola is now down by 0.1. Now we've got a new low. Oh, here we go again. So all of this now is a good price for me. So what's the time now? Yes, we're going to ring the bell together. We're going to go for all the closing positions, and then we're going to go to members only and do a live Q&A, live phone in, wish everybody Merry Christmas, and all the rest of it. So if you wish to be part of that, it's all members. Okay, everybody.
I can't believe this.
At CryptoPrince 1969 has become a member. I wish I knew you, Martyn, longer than what I do.
Well, that's kind of you. And let me tell you something else before I finish this show. I promise to you now, and you can clip this and you can take it to you can take it to your grave. I will always be here. I will always be live. I will always provide the best service and best value to all. And I will always do the hardest things, because nobody else will do them. Everybody will do the easy things. How to make money quicker, how to cheat the system, how to do it easy. I will always do the hardest things. I will grow and become the first 1 billion channel by not making sensationalistic videos, by being live, real, and engaging a live community around the world. I promise that. So we're about to ring the bell, and I am the last probably of a dying breed. There's not going to be many more once I've gone. Everybody's cheating and everybody's scheming, and it's fribbing horrible. So anyway, let me end this. Let me go to members only as we ring the bell. Thank you for all that watched my mate Chris Rear's memorial video yesterday. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Right, here we go. So stream settings, edit. Now, you may have left comments and questions and not got them answered. Don't worry. We're going to go. I mean, 98% of our general live viewers, some shows more, some shows less, are actually members. So everyone who's asked a question can answer it, get it answered, all right? Okay, so here we go. We'll do it just after the bell. So we'll go start up all. Members only stream. Here we go. All members, 5 minutes. Yeah. Is it 5 minutes? There you go. 5 minutes. There you go. You will see at the top, there is a clock. In 5 minutes, the stream will end for everybody who's not a member. And that way I can provide best service for those that are a member, those that value the service. Not that we don't appreciate you watching for free, that's fine, but I can't answer everyone's question who watches for free. I'd never sleep, would I? So there you go. Let me just make sure that the next show is set. It is. Let me make a couple of adjustments. I have to redirect it to the extra channel. I have to turn these buttons on. And also give it a playlist as well, because it doesn't have a playlist and people don't see it on the homepage. It'd be good if YouTube could do that, but they don't. So that's a couple of minutes. There we go. Playlist. Members only. Up. Coming members. Right. Okay, so we're ready to go. That will happen in a few seconds. So we're going to ring the bell in 2 minutes, and we'll go through all the comments and questions. So I'm building from the bottom now once again. So I bought Coca-Cola. It dipped. It's above that position. Once we get to 70 tonight, which we will, or tomorrow, I'd imagine, I'll be able to sell the ones at 70, bring it back down to 100,000, and my average will have dropped again. And my job is to just keep building. My job is not to take profits, it's to build. It's to build a YouTube channel, build a community, and build a portfolio. No more, no less than that. All right? So we're building again. Here we go. We've got 40 seconds before we ring the bell. We'll go through all the positions, and then we'll go to members only in 2.5 minutes from now. I will answer everybody's question. Please do join us. You haven't got to go anywhere or do anything. If you are a member, it will take you to the show automatically. Okay? You haven't got to do anything. It just takes you there automatically. All right? Just stay where you are. Or if you want to look on the homepage, you'll see the upcoming member live stream. So the portfolio is coming up now, and there's a lot more now, so I can make a lot more money. Here we go. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect
Okay, here we go.
until one day a young man.
Let's go for all our positions. So here we go. The S&P overall portfolio is very slightly down. Hardly down at all. Lost no money. We're just down a bit today. Only 0.14. The S&P 500 has had a great day today. Bouncing off its all-time high and being rejected, by the way. I don't like it. I don't like it one tiny bit. Virgin Galactic, gone down. Why has it gone down? Any guesses? No rate cuts next year. This is a big slap in the face for small caps like this. No rate cuts. No rate cuts. Bad for Virgin. Too much debt. Palantir. No one listens. They just keep buying it. It's flat now. Gold going up. More uncertainty. Don't like it. Amazon going up still. Apple up again today. Enphase Energy, despite the fact it's sold off, it's still now holding above 30. In my opinion, it's going to $100. Coca-Cola down, up after hours. Great. J&J. I'm running out of time. I got 38 seconds. Chevron Oil up. Tesla. I'm running out of time. I'm going to skip through. Bitcoin is down again today. XRP down again today. And Ethereum down. Will there be a rally? Okay, let me fade the music out. We're about to go over now to the members only channel. Here we go in 18 seconds time. Stay right where you are. If you are a member, just stay where you are. It'll automatically deliver you to me and we can carry on. For the rest of you, I wish you a Merry Christmas. I will be back live with you in the morning. I've never missed a show. Happy Christmas. See you on Christmas Eve in the morning. Here we go.